Oh shit. Oh no.
This video has a lot of footage of people smacking into the ground at Mach 10 speed. Crimson Desert is one of the least understood games that I have ever covered on this channel, because either you've never touched it and only vaguely—
Wait, is this the MMO or is it the fucking single player one? Which one is it? Because they both confuse me. I am recording.
recognize it from this tweet, which extols the virtues of being able to beat women, or you have actually played it and immediately forgot about the entire thing because playing this game is like falling asleep to the Shrek Forever After DVD menu. So for the majority who don't know, Crimson Desert is the newest innovation in AI-powered open-world gaming technology, miraculously allowing the player to freely move in any direction without the need for loading screens, all while featuring riveting combat, intense platforming, and meticulous collection of ancient precursor artifacts. Except no, the game I am actually describing is Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy for the PlayStation 2, which you
What? I'm so confused. What is
can
this?
actually run natively on your PC without emulation using this cool software that decompiles your ISO called OpenGold. Except, no again, I am actually playing Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy inside of The Sims 3.
What the fuck is going on, bro? Max0r, you're breaking my brain and we're not even fucking a minute in.
For this reason, Crimson Desert is also a very polarizing game. Either you love it, or you think that it is unrepentant slop. Slop, as a term, has gained a great deal of popularity for denoting a type of content that is
That is true. Slop. I hear slop all the time. I use slop unironically now. It's become part of my vocabulary.
derivative, mass-produced, made simply to be consumed by the largest number of cattle in the least amount of time, with various low-quality YouTubers even being forced to sell their souls to gamer subs energy drinks for money, selling their viewers various—
Hey, no, Gamer Subs is good though. So I hear. I have some Gamer Soups right next to me. Literally, my freaking chat bought me some. I need to try it. How do I try Gamer Subs again? Is it just war?
80 types of energy slop at the low price of 40 cents per serving, and somehow not changing with inflation. I personally use Gamer Subs in order to work my 10-hour shifts at the job factory so I can have the privilege of producing so much shareholder value. Click the link below for 10% off my funny flavors, or the free market will be forced to build a data center in your house.
No AI data center in my house, please. No. I'm good. We don't have good water over here. No, we do, but the water pressure's not great.
Perhaps that is all commie bullshit. It's not like baiting people with politics on the internet is really easy or anything. So to
We literally just have like a mini talk about politics before recording this one now.
prove the political neutrality and objectivity of my news and fact-orientated YouTube channel, for my next trick, I will misgender a non-binary person while acknowledging that this video was written on stolen land. Though I will—
Oh no, stolen land! No, how can you write this on stolen land? I'm unsubscribing and I'm in shambles.
I'll have to comment that I am personally against the mass immigration of Paleolithic refugees into the sovereign borders of Demonis. Someone once made the mistake of letting Greymanes in, and they have already formed an ethno-state in Hernand, right next to the Goblin one. And while calling this game slop isn't—
My brain's breaking, chat. I have no idea what's happening. I know Max0r's like unhinged, but like I feel like this is worse. I feel like he's like not. He's genuinely not being coherent in any way, shape, or form. I'm so lost and I don't care. No, same. I'm enjoying it, but I'm just so fucking broken right now.
exactly an accurate term, it is a funny one. So that is the one that I am going to be using now. Try to look at the terrain design for like 3 seconds and tell me with a straight face that the art direction was not done by ChatGPT. Goals.
Huh?
What are my goals when making this video? Make discourse about this video game absolutely impossible to have. Make every
Okay, you know what? You've mission accomplished there, buddy. Mission accomplished
analysis
there.
and opinion about it completely irrelevant for no reason. Let us agree to never reconcile any opinions that we might be thinking of right now. Features. The main selling point of Crimson Desert is that it has features in it, making it the ideal game for those who love to consume content, like the experience of scrolling YouTube shorts if they were YouTube longs.
Oh my god. Okay, I've been resisting for so long, chat. I've been resisting YouTube Shorts. I finally fucking caved by last week. I now find myself unironically going through YouTube Shorts, and I'll be going through it for like 10 minutes, and then I catch myself and I'm like, Look, I've been just watching shorts for like the last 10 minutes, and I like scroll up and try and do something else. But it happens now. I've finally succumbed to the YouTube shorts, and I unironically watch some of them now. Fuck. I'm so what's it saying? Vampire, maybe the thought will come in. And don't worry, chat, don't worry. I'm also lost on this. I need to make commentary, but when it's so unhinged like this, it's hard to make commentary.
It plays like a manhwa reads, and it reads like an Instagram reel about my grandma getting hit by a bazooka. Crimson Desert has robust combat, various bosses, advanced puzzle solving for the next 3 hours or so, house building, armor.
Wait, it has a house building, ayo. Okay, I'm interested. Yes, I know, typical girl likes fucking building shit in games without fighting. I know.
Dying, Farmville, fishing,
Farmville and fishing? Oh my god, okay, I might need to play
liberal
this.
use of an Evangelion, and so much more than is actually fun. Why does game this so many inside of it have our things? Well,
Sorry, did I just have a fucking stroke? What did he say?
armor dying, Farmville, fishing, liberal use of an Evangelion, and so much more than is actually fun. Why does game this so many inside of it have our things?
No, I'm not having a stroke. That was actually what he fucking said, bro.
Well, Crimson Desert is first and foremost
That's so like ASL, like English second language, like or like fucking broken AI
a
gibberish.
game made by South Koreans, which doesn't really sound like a relevant detail until you first understand that Korean society is a series of cram schools and corporate humiliation rituals, and sometimes in the middle, you get to play StarCraft. 75% of young people in this nation want to leave it. We are talking about the closest thing that
I think he stroked out. I think he did. Say that again, please. No, I'm not saying that, no.
humanity has to an endangered species. This is a nation that is actively looking to occupy itself so that death seems like it is coming a little bit faster. Why is this relevant to our game? Because every single conversation, every menu, every person, and every mechanic in Crimson Desert exists solely to give you a different ethnicity to cleanse from the face of the earth. So the entire notion that I should be paying attention to literally anything that anyone is saying feels like an insult to my intelligence. I know the outcome of this conversation we're having right now. It is the same as the last 30 conversations I've been dragged into, and every single one of them ends with a demand for goblin genocide. And look, okay?
I'm so confused. Chat, okay, I have a mission for you, chat. And YouTube comments too, I'm not thinking about you guys. By the end of this video, if you can explain what Max0r meant in this video, like what his whole fucking review was, in like a few words, I will be very, very fucking impressed. Very impressed, because at a minute, I have no fucking clue what he's talking about at
I am
all.
definitely not saying that this game might have a problematic depiction of goblins or anything. I just think that it's kind of weird that they happen to live as a minority of inherently conniving traders, black marketeers, and profit-driven debt collectors with the sole honor of being able to charge white people usury and run all of Hernan's financial institutions. I'm sure that this has absolutely no relation to any hypothetical stereotypes that may or may not exist in real life. I just think that this game might not be for you if you are Italian. Race.
Wait, why is it not for me? Oh, what a what a great freeze frame! What a fucking great freeze frame, bro! Oh shit! Oh no!
Racism is a core mechanic of this game's narrative. The literal main quest of the game is entirely about a never-ending hereditary blood feud between two slightly different variations of Scandinavian Mayo monkeys. This is a role-playing game where I am forced to roleplay as an Icelandic Josef Mengele.
Okay, if I have to play Fringe. If I have to play as an Icelandic person, then I'm good. I don't want to play her. I'm okay. I'm okay, thank you. No, thank you. Nephi is Italian. I'm part Italian. I'm part Italian, part Scottish, and then a little bit English.
Genocidally cleansing the entire face of Payloon because Cliff, as a licensed therapist apparently, can only ever respond to Hitler's dialogue with slightly different variations of yes and what happened. To put it simply, questing in this game is an absolute nightmarish slog, predicated by the idea that dialogue in and of itself is either a route to American historical reenactments or a vehicle to a 2-hour puzzle in which you slowly and manually move boxes around hoping in vain that you will swiftly die of old age. I want you to imagine this given scenario. You're playing an open world game and definitely not a spreadsheet with a realistic scan of Delaware on top. So you say to yourself, I would like to see locations and experience new areas outside of my current spatial understanding because I am human. Then you see a castle in the distance and think to yourself, wow, I can't wait.
That looks really cool. I want to go explore that castle, right, Max0r, right?
To see what adventures await me over there, only to discover that the castle has no enemies inside of it, no loot you can actually find, and the knowledge that you have now wasted 20 minutes of your narrowing lifespan. How?
Okay, that seems like really bad design. That seems like really poor fucking world design there.
And quirky. Then, 7 hours of real time later, you just happen to be taking a random quest that you found on a spreadsheet, wherein this desaturated ice dweller has the actual caucasity to inform me of this mysterious and hitherto unknown castle in the distance containing unique enemies and an entire boss fight.
Oh, okay, so it's not even relevant until you accept the quest. Okay, so nothing loads in
it, because I cannot emphasize it enough. This scenario is every single thing in Crimson Desert. In this game, you can grab a tree and use it to catapult yourself.
No shot, no fucking way.
You can clean objects with a broom. You can scramble your brains like Sonic the Hedgehog. And you can even go fishing, just like in Jak and Daxter, the precursor legacy for the PlayStation 2. But when I...
Stop with Jak and Daxter, okay? No one cares. Nobody fucking does.
I decided that I wanted to see this castle, this mountain, this battlefield with 9,000 robotic bees, and this Crimson Desert in the video game called... I forget the name. I was told to come back later after I had spoken to a random rock 5 zip codes away and listened to the most boring explanation of anything I have ever seen. This problem gets so much worse than you think it is. It is not just castles, there are entire nations in this game that exist purely in the context of the main quest, and after that are literally never seen or heard from ever again.
What's the point? What's the point in having them then? I get Jak and Daxter is fun, but Jak and Daxter, okay. Some of you care. Some of you care about Jak and Daxter. I don't, okay? That's all. That's what I meant. I don't. This game looks like modern cheap copy of Devil May Cry. A little bit. It looks like, yeah, kind of like Devil May Cry, but mixed with, not that was dog shit. What was the other, like, really, like, weird one? It's, like, really accurate, like, fantasy simulator? Fuck, what was it called? Chat, remind me, what was it called? It was, like, Kingdom Come! No, Kingdom Come Deliverance, that's it. It looks like it's a mix of Devil May Cry and Kingdom Come, which is not a combination I want, I'm gonna be real. Kingdom Come looks boring as hell to me. It's way too realistic. I don't want to live in those times. I want, you know, fantasy rather than historical.
Just like my dad, the game does not expect you to actually have a memory about anything at all. Yeah. Entire mechanics will just show up and then randomly disappear into the void for 30 hours. Did you happen to like the dialogue mechanics with fucking 10 seconds of pausing between each line? Yeah, me neither. So why is it in the game for exactly 2 mandatory quests? Can we please make that number 0 because it feels like I am having a stroke right now. You are having the stroke. You're literally having a stroke, Max0r. This is you stroking out right now. This is literally you stroking out. And not the good kind. Hitherto unknown antagonists who are now suddenly really important to the plot, apparently, keep appearing and get killed within the span of 30 minutes, never to be seen or mentioned ever again. Everything is paced like it is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If every single... Fuck, no, I don't want JoJo. I know, okay, this might be another hot take for me, but like, I do not understand JoJo. I think the art style is gross. I think the character designs are fucking ugly as shit. I do not understand. I do not get it. I do not understand, and I probably will never watch it. JoJo's peak. This is what I mean. People that watch JoJo like it. They fucking slobber over JoJo. Like it's the best thing ever, and I don't get it. The art style and the characters look fucking gross, bro. I do not get it.
Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'll have to watch it to like, understand. But because of the art style, I'm probably never gonna watch it, chat. It looks ugly.
Single stand user talked in fucking Mad Libs. That is why Crimson Desert is so forgettable, because the actual game itself is constantly forgetting. The literal second that the player looks away from something or someone, that thing ceases to exist. And believe me, I really tried to get them to exist, okay? There is just nothing here. But oh my god, Max, there are things in the game. Haven't you seen the things to do in the world, Max? Haven't you fought these fucking 4 identical copies of the same guy?
Yeah, there are things, chat. This game has things. Don't you want to play it? It has things, everybody.
Haven't you done the quest where you rescue this goblin and he tells you to go fight the 50 simultaneous wolves? Yes, I have, dipshit. And look, if you like things to do, if you're like a 40-year-old dad who just wants to come home and be assigned a task as is their natural inclination, I am not going to yuck someone else's yum, but it's
But why do you do want to yuck someone's yum, huh? What if you want to yuck them
probably
yums?
because you were not given a soul at birth. Does anything that I do affect the world? No. I fight bosses, I do puzzles, I take a random quest from a guy and watch a mass shooting happen at the circus completely unprompted by anything. I go back to my camp, I sell the bodies that I looted to build up my Farmville minigame, I go to sleep, and then I do it all.
The fact this game has Farmville in it is incredible to me. In this day and age of our freaking Lord and Savior, me, 2026, they have fucking Farmville.
All over again, and you know what? I like the Farmville minigame.
There's something wrong with you. There's something deeply wrong with you.
Chapter 2, the Farmville minigame. Please hear me out, okay?
No?
Because if this game's world isn't even going to try to motivate me at all, the least it can do is let me motivate me at all. There is genuine progression in the Farmville minigame, and frankly, it's a really good idea because unlike the main quest, I am the one deciding what I do with my camp. I decide what weapons I'm going to upgrade. Maybe I want to chop down a tree so we can have wood. Maybe I send someone to get that wood and use that wood to build a farm. Maybe I identify an unprotected rival ethnicity in the mountains so that I may purloin that which they no longer need, sell them to my blacksmith, and invest the proceedings into a stock index fund. Maybe I want to go.
This is so fucking Seth coded. This is something I can see fucking Seth doing so badly. Just having no interest in the base game, learning how the economy works, fucking building the economy, and then just investing and making stacks of cash.
Mining, but bandits have occupied the quarry, so I have to kill them. My gear isn't good enough, so I need to upgrade by getting a better smith, and that takes money, and oh my god, there is almost a game here. I can choose where to invest my money. I can invest in myself by purchasing 200 rotisserie chickens, and I had to search every single grocery store in the game for this, please laugh. I can invest in
Don't worry, I laughed. I did laugh. I
the
did
Bank
laugh.
of Naples, where I can actually choose my investment strategy on the open market like some sort of perfidious Dutchman, or invest it in the purchase of a new cart and the packaging of unique goods, then looking up where to sell those goods, and then traversing the map and then running them back to another post.
Okay, this actually doesn't sound that bad. This sounds This sounds way interesting than the base game. I'm gonna be real. What he's doing now, all this shit, is way more interesting than the base
And it
game.
now just dawns on me that I am making a more compelling story than the narrative of any quest
you
in this
are.
game, and it's not even close. If you want me to remember a location, do not make me save it. Make it mean something to me. Make the liberation of Palun from the Danish people unlock new territory and
Fucking Danes, they're at it again. I swear to God, they won't stop. The Danes are at it again.
resources to exploit. Make exploration uncover new and lucrative trades so I can exploit the differences in wages to build a Labubu factory. Make anything in the story matter to the salt of the earth goblin skinner. And yet,
Salt of the Earth Goblin Skinner. Did I hear that right? What the fuck?
I still have to mine random outcroppings of iron and copper like a Congolese child, even though I have an entire ethno-state at my personal command, because this game cannot decide between dialectical materialism or great man theory. One subscribing to the idea that change can only come through a single man's drive for profound and tremendous violence. That if there is a problem, it is because there are bad people in charge, they are bad because they decide to be bad, and all we have to do to solve the issue is to kill them. Nothing fundamentally.
Yeah, it was simple. Simple story. Horoscope, no. Will you exist? How I welcome it, but no horoscope. No, bad.
Changes,
Bad.
except that we have to put the right people in charge, and the right people are always me. while the other one postulates that the advancement of society ultimately comes from collective material advancement and the endless struggle between differing modes of production, eventually culminating in the birth of a
Why is he always just plummeting to the ground? Like, everywhere this man goes, he's just fucking plummeting to the fucking ground,
bourgeois
bro.
goblin class. And with these two competing philosophies in the same game and indeed focused into a single Napoleonic figure who barely speaks in conversation, leads us to the final synthesis representing all the flaws and contradictions of Crimson Desert itself. This game, genuinely and accidentally, love it or hate it, is liberalism. And in conclusion, would be unable to commit to a coherent position on Israel. I hope that you like
Why's that? Where did that come into it? What the fuck?
reading my politically charged video essay about the role of autistic non-binary people under capitalism or something, as much as I liked writing it. I basically made up this entire video script, but in reality, no one is actually going to call me out if I lie, because ultimately, that requires actually remembering a game called Crimson Desert.
Nobody will remember it. I'm sorry.
You know, which is actually pretty similar to a game called Jack and Dax.
Oh my god. I have the whole... I normally have something like, yo, that was sick, that was cool, I wanted to play it. I have no fucking idea what we just watched. I think, if I had to put it into words, we watched Max0r stroke out for like, how long? For 13 minutes. We watched Max0r stroke the fuck out for 13 minutes there. What the fuck, Max0r?